Oh, is this the finale?
Can you believe it, guys? You watched a whole
Oh,
season of The Walking Dead already.
oh my gosh.
Wow, 6 episodes?
Wow.
We're so
Not
used
bad.
to, I
We
mean,
got this.
yeah, it's like 10 episodes. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like 20 something, just like
Yes, that's the
Lost. And
longest.
we
Yeah.
love it, but it just takes so long. And just 6 episodes in, I'm like, oh,
Well, that's
what?
it.
So you guys are enjoying this so far, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Getting
and
I
used to
really
it.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
awesome.
like that.
Mom and Kim are completely blind to this, so it's a lot of fun. Please, no spoilers, but they're good where I ask them not to look up comments unless I approve it because I'm up to season 7. And I just want to make sure you guys are completely pure with your own theories, and I think that's fun.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely
Totally
a lot of
oblivious.
fun.
Yeah.
It
What we
was,
think we're like so off.
I mean, honestly, a lot of us were, though, when you're going in blind. It's just so many people know Game of Thrones, which
That's
we
right.
started later, but I think some people started later than we did on Game of Thrones, so that was actually a cool
Okay.
experience. And then this,
That's
we're
good.
actually very late on, so I think it'll be
Yes.
fun to see.
Yeah.
A lot of people going back and thinking about their original ideas. So I don't really know many people who haven't seen. Actually, no, I take that back. I do actually know a few people who haven't seen The Walking Dead because look at Lee and Nicole. Oh, I miss them.
Yeah.
And a few other friends I'm thinking of for other things we could watch on the channel. But anywho, yes, it's the season finale. We won't look at the title yet, but we'll look at it afterwards.
I wonder what happened to Merle. We're waiting to see what happened.
I
to
know,
Merle.
he's
He
just
cut off
gone
his
and that's
hand.
it, right?
Where's
Maybe
Merle?
he'll be, maybe he'd be at the disease control.
Maybe.
You know.
I know. It's like, where did he go? He just took off and that was it. So being at the CDC, the doors opened.
Finally,
Yes, finally, yes.
after Rick had to say, "There's women and children out here."
That's right. He was persistent. So, hey,
Yes,
thank
he
goodness.
was. Thank God for
Absolutely.
Rick.
We're going to be watching this on Netflix.
Okay.
Alrighty.
106.
Holy
Oh my
crap!
Oh,
Holy
what?
crap!
What's going on?
What are they doing that for? Because they're all infested?
Let me get you out of here, buddy.
Take the oxygen off of him. He's stuck, honey.
Oh, yes, it. Oh.
Oh, so he really thinks he died then. My flipping God. Oh, the motor and groaners are coming.
Oh, jeez.
Welcome. I love his hat. Close the doors. Quickly.
Why are you here? What do you want?
A chance.
To survive. Come on in. You got plenty of room.
Where is everybody?
I'm it.
That's
It's just
really sad. Well, let me open everything up.
Okay.
Listen
Calories.
to the kids too.
End of the world. Why not?
Look at him.
He's not going to like it. He's really.
He's gonna hate it.
Ooh, yeah.
He's really worried.
Seems to me we haven't thanked our host properly.
He is more than
See, he
just
paid attention. Yes.
Find all the answers. Instead, we found him. Found one man.
Hey,
Why?
Many couldn't face walking out the door. They opted out. There was a rash of suicides.
Hmm.
If you shower, go easy on the hot water.
shower. Oh my God.
That's what the man said.
Makes you appreciate showers.
Like, oh
Oh,
my
okay,
God.
yeah.
But don't waste the water.
It's like, no, she's just thinking of her sister.
Andrea?
Get it out.
Oh, honey.
Bill, didn't you see the look on Jenner's face? Hear what I'm saying. There's nothing left.
I came to thank you.
You did. You all right?
You don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any good books?
Uh-huh. Enough to keep us busy for years.
Oh, he's drunk.
Oh boy.
Don't have any advances to her.
This is not gonna be good.
Because you told me my husband was dead.
Boy, I didn't lie to you. All right, I didn't. Okay, do you know what it was like there in the pub? And I need to think about. I had to get you guys safe to Atlanta. That's what I had to do. Just stop it. You thought for 1 second
Oh
that you were
boy.
still alive. Would you have come?
No, you're drunk.
I know.
boy.
Here's the thing is, I know that you love me too, because there's no way that
Oh boy.
It's gonna get complicated.
Oh boy. Rick is.
Don't do this to her.
At least he landed in the bed.
Yeah, that's right.
Morning.
Are you hungover?
Ooh, bacon.
Mom said you be.
Mom is right. Where'd all this come
Zombie.
from?
Jennifer.
Can you help me, please? Feel as bad as I do? Worse. What the hell happened to you?
must have done it in my sleep.
Is that a brain?
An extraordinary one. Not that it matters in the end. Somewhere in all that organic wiring, all those ripples of light, is you. They determine everything a person says, does, or thinks from the moment of birth to the moment of death.
This person died. Who?
Test subject 19. It invades the brain like meningitis. The adrenal glands hemorrhage everything you ever were or ever
No.
will be.
If it was just love hunters.
Gone. Basically, it gets them up and moving.
But they're not alive.
You tell me.
God, what was that?
Split, gunshot.
He shot his patient in the head.
It could be microbial, viral.
Or the wrath of God?
There's that.
How can you not know?
Everything went down. Communications, directives, all.
He's by himself.
I've been in the dark for almost a month.
So it's not just here.
Man, I'm gonna get shit-faced drunk again.
Dr. Jenner, I know this has been taxing for you, and I hate to ask one more question, but
Basement generators, they run out of fuel.
And then?
When the power runs out, facility-wide decontamination will occur. Emergency lighting on.
It can't be down to just that one.
Already? After a month? No, he has a tie on, like he's ready to die.
I did the best I could in the time that I had.
Who's that?
Oh boy, that's again.
Everybody, y'all heard Ray, get your stuff and let's go. Go now, go. Let's go. Don't forget those guns.
Oh, he's doing something.
What's he
see,
doing?
yeah, he was doing something.
You son of a bitch. Hey, you locked Hey, no, stop there.
Nope.
What happens in 28 minutes?
Come on!
You know what this place is?
Oh.
HITs are deployed to prevent any organisms from getting out.
High-impulse thermobaric fuel-air explosives consist of a two-stage aerosol ignition.
Sets the air on fire.
Oh my. Oh, lovely. Oh, God.
Oh, this poor kid.
That's nice.
Those doors are designed to withstand a rocket launcher.
We are heading.
He
No,
wants to do that. He
not
wants
gonna
to
help
keep
you.
Okay, he wants.
Hold your loved ones and wait for the clock to run down?
No, no, no. It's not gonna help you get out. Shame, baby.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Oh, my God. He's gone.
Done. Yeah, I guess we all are.
Told you topside's locked down. I can't open those.
But he can open these.
Come on!
Oh, gosh.
Keep the axe.
Let's go, Jack.
No, I'm staying.
Come on, sweetie.
I'm staying, sweetie.
Look, that's insane.
No, it's completely
No, honey.
for the first time in a long time.
I'm staying too.
Andrea, no.
Just go.
Can't have her sister.
Oh, no, it's
Dale, too?
jeez. Oh, jeez. Ooh, not long. Oof.
When I washed your uniform, I found this in your pocket.
Ah!
Oh, my gosh.
Awesome. In your pocket. You can swear, it's okay.
Whoa. I did it.
I'm not pulling anything. If you're staying, I stay too. He's right. We know what's
Just
waiting
hold
for us
hands.
out there. The matter is settled.
Maybe she'll go. Decide to go.
Wait.
Who is it?
I had a feeling, yeah, good.
Oh, but the other girl didn't go. Good.
Oh, boy. Here it goes. That's right, too. Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Whoa, what the? Are they going to be all right?
Wow!
Oh, no. Whoa.
Look at you. Oh, he
she got
saved
her
her
out.
life.
Whoa.
It's insane.
So much for that
Sure.
visit. My God, it's gonna burn for a long time.
Crazy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Wow.
So that's why Jenna was very generous with all his food and his wine, because that
That's
was pretty
right,
much
yes.
their last meals.
That's for sure.
Going for it.
My
Sorry, all
gosh.
this noise. Do you guys hear that?
No.
Was that a
So
crazy
Maui's
cat?
been a bad boy this whole reaction pretty much at the end here. Holy
Oh,
crap.
yeah.
He's like, I love this cat, but he's been like super pushy. I keep pushing him off the desk over here and then pulling him up on my lap because he is obsessed with knocking over my monitor right now. Like he will not stop.
Oh
He's gonna
my
do
God.
it again. Sorry. Get off.
He wants attention
It's
from
crazy.
you.
Yeah, he never gets this bad. So I apologize, guys. I was laughing and I wasn't trying to laugh at the actual show because this
I wasn't
episode
paying-
was very intense and very emotional.
was.
And
Yeah.
Maui's just so adorable and he's just climbing all over me, but he wouldn't sit still. He just wanted to go and knock things off because my webcam's right here, my tripod, my keyboard, and he's coming up again. So, anywho, I'm curious what you guys thought of this episode.
Wow, that was really very emotional, well, especially along towards
It
the
was,
end.
you know, to think
Wow.
about the end and how
Mm.
you want to go and have it your way or the inevitable way that everyone else is dying from this
Yeah.
terrible virus and you turn into a walker, and no one wants that, and nobody wants someone in their group to kill them in that way, to keep
Yeah.
them, you know, as scarred as Andrea is with her sister, you know. So it's a hard decision, and to make it
Yeah.
after you're actually allowed to leave, and maybe you'll make it to the next, you know, next point to get out of the building. That's a really hard, you know, that's a hard
Yeah.
level to pull. You know, you don't know which way to go. But you know, Andrea was ready, but she really wasn't. Good old Dale.
Yes, I was
Yeah,
so
I think
sad.
Dale
was there.
I knew he was going to pull that on her. That she'll want to see him go, so she went along with it.
Yeah,
He
because they
came out.
seem
I'm
like
so happy
they're
with that.
close and they care
Good
about
for
each
him.
other, you know?
Yeah.
Which is
Mhm.
important. And it really shows you, again, it comes to that what would you do type scenario in an apocalypse, you know? Like, it's just
Yeah.
really sad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And the other woman, she was completely, I forget her name, I'm sorry, but she was completely prepared. She was like, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to make it quick and easy, and I'm with Jenna all the way. And she was adamant. I mean, T-Dog, that he didn't want that. Nobody wanted her to go. I mean, she was just such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
But that's how she wanted to go, and you have to respect that.
So just from the knowledge we got from this episode alone, like, what do you think you would do? Do you think you would have just stayed and blown up with the CDC, or do you think you would try to survive out in the viral wild with a bad death? Most
That's
likely.
a hard decision. I don't really want to make it.
I'd go. I'd want to get out.
Escape or get out as in die?
Oh,
I would want to escape.
I would want to escape too. Yeah.
Unless it was
Definitely.
under my circumstances, like this doctor, he made it his decision for everyone else to do what he wanted to do.
That's why it wasn't his decision.
But he did say, that's the last time those doors are opening. So right off the bat, I was like, okay, how much food do they have? And are they ever, what are you going to do after there's no more food in this entire place, and yada, yada. But I didn't even think about that. They were safe. They were, in a dry place. They were, going to be with someone else, maybe have some answers.
Mm-hmm.
But he really meant you can't get out. You can't get back out.
Mm-hmm.
Once I close the doors, that's it.
See, and even though he defended that and he said, I told you from the start, I told you right away that these doors won't open again. Like, how did you feel in that moment?
I didn't really believe him. I'm sure I was like, no, I think there's got to be some way to get out. We saw him with his with his lanyard. He's got every, the key. But yeah, I mean, things run out. Fuel runs out. Things are going to run out. But at least you have shelter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
but it is the CDC, so they have all kinds of great viruses there.
And thank goodness Carol had the grenade.
Yeah, she was just holding on to it in her purse. By the way,
I don't know if backpack. They would get out,
Yeah, I think I shouldn't pull the pin. I mean, I know people are smart enough not to do that, but still, if you don't know how to carry a grenade, if it gets too hot or if the pin just jiggles or something, I don't know. That's kind of scary. But thank goodness she did have that, and it was strong enough to actually blow up the window.
Thank goodness. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to get out.
Yeah, that was terrifying. Even a shotgun close up couldn't take it out. It wouldn't shatter or even make a scratch, it looked like. So that was pretty scary.
So good for her.
Mm-hmm. Now, going back to the doctor, with him saying, I told you these doors wouldn't open again, I got defensive because I'm like, well, yeah, you told us the doors wouldn't open again, but you didn't say, oh, well, you're going to die in here with me within the countdown of a day, instead of just saying, oh, yeah, you're right, and just letting it go. Because I would be like, well, I would automatically assume that he was saying, well, I'm not going to open these doors again for anyone, because it has multiple meanings there. Like, you said it quickly. I don't know. I didn't know that was a computer program saying, that's it. No, these are absolutely not going to open again. This whole place is going to self-destruct by tomorrow. So if you come in, it's your doom. You're not going to be able to get out of here. I wouldn't speed that out or something, instead of just saying, well, you already decided, he explained, you're definitely going to die here. So he kind of made it seem like he already explained all of that to them, and they already signed their death certificate. Oh yeah, we agree, kind of thing. So I got defensive there, but. Yeah. He already accepted his fate, and it seems like everyone's dead. I mean, they were in communication with a lot of different places, and France really worked until the end, and it sounds like they almost came close to a cure or something, but now they're just assuming, because there's no communication anymore, that everyone's dead. I mean, would you just accept that and think that?
Well, no, but I think going back to Jenner and the whole reason why he even let them in the building, he knew this was going to happen. This was inevitable. And maybe that's why he was hesitant to not have them in.
Oh, that's right.
Because he knew this was going to happen. And then he probably just said to himself, well, you know what? These people are going to die like that. I think it's much more, humane to have them come in and take care of them for their last moments.
Yes.
And then we'll all just die together.
And it'll be so quick.
and painless
That's
way.
horrible,
Yeah.
horrible, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he let them in, and he did these subtle, statements of, oh yeah, okay, once you get your stuff, you can't go back out. Like I kind of told you. And then he's about the test subject was his wife, and he was prepared, but he made the decision for everyone else, and that's why most of the group said, no, you can't decide that for us.
Definitely not.
And they fought like hell, and they got out, thank God. The ones that wanted to did.
Yeah. I mean, how insane is it that it really makes you appreciate they found like a safe haven going in there. You have these barriers that are strong, these like thick walls, these powerful doors and glass. Like you're so protected from the outside world. You have food, shelter, air conditioning, warm showers, hot showers,
books, games.
You have
But
actual
you can't
rooms,
get out.
a bed to sleep in.
Yeah,
but you have like this really nice situation going on for a little bit. You're able to drink
bit.
alcohol, wine, and actually be a normal person for once. And
That's
you
true,
kind of forget like what that's like. It's been like a month, it seems, since this has been going on, and to actually have these luxuries that we just take for granted and really get to appreciate it through this episode alone. And everything's like relief and happy and kind of content. And then the last half is just chaos and very scary. Like so
Fighting for your life.
fighting for your life. So they had this great place to actually make a home out of it. And then now it's all destroyed.
Yeah. Same.
Hope is lost.
Like that.
Boy, that's
Just like that.
wow.
Well, now they have to venture out to somewhere else. Where else you got? I mean, that was the best bet right there. The CDC. I mean, who knows?
Where would you go
maybe
after?
they can get back on the radio and see if there's any other people out there.
And they were low on fuel too.
Yes, they were.
So what can you do at this point? So I would want to survive too. Like I wouldn't want to just explode in there. I would try to find a way to survive. You want to have hope. You don't want to go extinct. And I think I would always have that idea and hope that my family and friends are still alive somewhere. Like you're hearing all hope is lost, but that's billions of people. And there's a lot of weird scenarios that I just hope that people, grouped together can manage to survive, even singled. Like maybe they're quiet and hiding in trees or something. I don't know, making tree houses. I would just try to hope that people were still alive somewhere. So I wouldn't want to just like end my own life just to give up, like I'd still would try to, I think I would still try to keep moving forward. And it's just terrible when you lose so much, It's
it is.
Changes your perspective.
And his whole world is gone, and his life is gone. And he was trying to think of others, and he was trying to think of, this is the best thing for you, but for him to force it on them,
that's right.
It might be all right for him, but not for everyone else.
It's not their decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
he has so much sorrow for the loss of his wife. He had to, shoot her in the head because of this terrible disease. And he says she was the genius, and
she ran the
place.
place.
Should have been him.
Yes.
So he must have regretted doing something. He must have asked her to do something, or she went out and she got infected instead of him.
Boy.
So he was
Can you
too far
imagine
gone.
doing that?
I know.
And
he was ready
shot
to
her.
he was ready to go just before they came. So he's been on this, mentality of, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. And what do you think he whispered to Rick?
I really don't know.
Go to my house. I got fuel. I don't know.
No, we have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Take a wild guess.
Maybe there's another CDC around. Who knows?
Maybe.
He's got to know. There's got to be something somewhere. He's probably been in touch with someone.
Yeah.
And maybe he did that.
Yeah. I mean, he gave up hope, but maybe because he just didn't want to deal with it after losing his wife and loved ones, and he was just like done.
Yeah.
He just accepted
and he
it.
made her a promise that he would keep trying until he couldn't. After he contaminated himself, he couldn't, and he blew up that whole lab area there.
Yeah.
That he couldn't,
That's true. Yeah.
succeed in his mission. So yeah, maybe he told Rick that secret that, you know, he knows someone else who can help them.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Also,
And what do you guys think about Shane and how he's been acting?
He's really
Oh,
hurt.
that was-
He's
that was
building
good.
up.
He
It's
was-
building up.
Sure
Rick's
is.
got to find out.
I was very frustrated with Lori. Couldn't understand why she felt like that towards him.
And he
but-
was drunk. They were both.
Yes, he was
you know,
drunk. He was
everyone
drunk.
was
Yeah,
drinking.
they were a little- right,
People
right.
act differently, and
Mhm.
he did get kind of aggressive though. Like I didn't like
Yes,
him
he did.
approaching Lori, like cornering her and then grabbing her. And
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
people do different things when they're drunk, but
Yeah.
more
That's not good,
extreme traits
Well,
of your personality
hopefully-
come out
Yes.
sometimes, you know. So that was
Yeah,
kind of
and
like,
hopefully it won't be more aggressive as time goes.
Yeah.
But because you don't want to, she might say something to Rick and let it out. So she has, you know, Rick to protect her.
Yeah, that's true.
And that wouldn't be good.
yeah, woo. So
Oh my gosh.
I know it's different, but doesn't it make you think of the coronavirus? Like you're hearing all these things, the breakouts, and
Oh, boy.
I know you hear
yeah.
different things about it, saying that it was natural or it was made in the lab. Like there's a lot of stuff coming out now
Right,
saying it
yeah,
was made
no.
in the lab, and it just makes you think, you know, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of dangerous viruses out there, and what are people really up to? I mean, you really hope that people aren't doing that,
Yeah.
but you know, like
Well,
you can't be
and
ignorant. We're
also
ignorant to a lot of
CDC
things.
is the one who tests everything. So and they find, you know, medications and vaccines. I mean, that's the go-to. So there's so many viruses in there that it makes sense that they would blow it up.
Yeah, to make sure it
because
doesn't
you
get in the
don't
wrong
want
hands
that.
or
Right.
just any risk
Right.
whatsoever, because that's
And
so
it has
dangerous.
to be bulletproof. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it's a perfect place to go and see, you know, get some answers, but also there's a lot of pretty bad crap in there.
Sure is. A lot of
Now, here's a random question for you. In the apocalypse like this one, and if you had a young child currently like Carl, would you let him
Yeah.
drink wine or no?
Hell yes.
Yes, it might as well. He's, you know, there's hardly nobody around, and everybody else is doing it. This, you know, what can you do this?
You're right.
If you're going to show him how to shoot a gun to
That's
survive,
right,
I'm
yes.
going to give him.
I know. I think that's.
How often are they going to get
Not
it?
that he has to get drunk or anything, but it's like not because
No,
everyone
try
else
it.
is doing it. But I'm just like, you're celebrating life. Like, thank God we're alive.
That's
and
right.
if he wants to take a taste just to say he tried it, life is short. You don't know how long you have to
Most of
live.
the kids
Yeah,
say
you
it's
don't know.
yucky
You have to
anyway.
stop.
Yeah, and he's going to be supervised for the most part. It's not like he can go out with his friends and party when he gets older because
That's
he
right.
wants
It's
to
not
drink
gonna get
early.
controlled
Like
that
you're in a
way.
very different world now. So,
That's for sure.
I mean, just a couple sips.
And
Yes, yes.
kids, a lot of people do have their children have a little wine with their meals.
Yeah, cultures, different
mean,
cultures.
yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I have friends that were like that too growing up. You
Mhm.
know, because you live in England and it's different. You know,
Yeah, my
all
husband,
different
yes.
countries.
Yeah. And
that's
Italian,
how it
yeah.
goes.
Yeah, and honestly, like some people, it's better that way for some people. You know, because they
Yes.
learn to control their alcohol later in life
Right.
instead of like,
Yes,
woohoo,
I
I'm
know.
21,
Yes,
whatever
I heard
age.
Yeah,
that.
like that. Let's start celebrating.
Yeah, and they just abuse it. You
Yes,
know.
I would. My vote would be yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
I would do
Yeah,
that.
I think so too.
I would think so. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like, you know, because learn survival instincts. So that way, if you're ever on your own, you find a bottle of wine, you know when and when not to drink it.
That's right. You know who I felt bad for was Daryl. He was wild. He wanted to get the heck out of there so bad. I felt so bad for him
Yeah.
because he was like, "How dare you?" And you know, same with Shane. It's like, "How dare Shane?" I think was taking it out on the doctor again. I think he was equally as pissed off, but I think he was putting his aggressions of what happened the night before and
definitely,
everything that's
yeah.
happening to his own life into perspective and putting it into the doctor like, this is going to make me feel better. I'm going to kill him and, you know, I feel better. But Daryl, I feel bad for because he really like wanted to get the hell out of there so bad.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I
Doing
joked.
everything he could.
Yeah, I live in the moment, but when Daryl went after him with the axe, I was kind of having a moment where I laughed. I didn't mean to, but Jim, like, he ran at Jim with a pick too. I'm like, man, he does that a lot. I said, it's been a long time since I saw this season, so I was just like, oh my God. But we're starting to see traits of these characters are becoming familiar now. And now I was intrigued because it made me also think, seeing what people were doing in that moment when the doors closed and they knew they were going to explode, and what actions everyone took. Like, immediately Shane and Daryl got up, grabbed axes, and started chopping at the doors, even though they were scratching the door, but it wasn't going to open on them. Like, they took action to survive. And a lot of them actually just curled up and started crying too. So it makes you think, what would you do there too? Like, some people just kind of gave up and didn't know what to do. They just froze. So it makes me be like, what would you do? Like, what do you think you would do?
I would try to get out of there, but who knows? You might just freeze up too. But
and we also were seeing Jenner keep using his card as ID for everything. I probably would have tried to grab that ID and tried to, swipe it anywhere.
And you'd have to know the code too, because he was pressing in like a long code as well.
Damn.
So if he would tell you, so that was like a thing too. Where I was like, tell me that code, but.
Some people put their codes behind their little ID.
I know. Like,
I know I did with my
1, 2, 3, 4, or something like that, like simple code or something. But yeah, I kind of think I would take action, even though it's hopeless, because this is well armored. It's meant to not withstand an explosion, but kind of contain it, sort of. So it's insanely just super strong and just guarded. So it would be kind of hopeless to try to chop at the freaking door, but I would try something. I wouldn't just want to sit there and just go numb and be like, oh my God, I only have 20 minutes left to live.
I think I'd go wild until like the last minute, and then I would just say, okay, this is it. I tried. I need a minute.
Hug everybody.
To prepare myself.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane. Just so insane. And then the slow motion of the fire building up to the window and then just exploding, and even them running so far, like it was almost not far enough.
Yeah, even the vehicles were too close to it, really.
Yeah, I thought for sure they were going to get it.
Did you think Andrea and Dale were definitely going to die in this episode?
No, because I thought when Dale went over to Andrea and was going to stay with her, I knew he was doing a ploy, like to
he was most definitely doing that.
Yes,
but I didn't think they were going to make it out in time.
I thought definitely he was going to get her out.
Because that's a huge place, and they were far from where the lobby was. I didn't think they were going to make it.
Can you imagine if he convinced her last second and then those doors again closed right before the explosion, they couldn't get out? That would suck.
Right.
That would suck. But I felt bad for Jenner and the other lady, and they were looking at each other. And
she was so happy. She was very content. She made her decision, and you have to respect that. And you know what? Maybe it was the best thing, because it's a horrible thing that's happening with people. The virus is horrible, and you're not you anymore.
Nope. Isn't that crazy? Only a part of your brain comes back. Like, most of your brain doesn't, and it's just the part that's instinctual and can get you moving and eating. So that's pretty gross. So let me bring over this guy who's pooped now, but since you bothered me for 20 minutes, he's so tired now. He's like, why are you moving me?
Okay.
He is so cute.
Really
yeah, that's why
he is so sleepy right now because he spent the last 20 minutes climbing all over my desk and pulling things off and shaking everything. But I already saw this episode a long time ago, so it's okay. And he's like, what are you doing?
So cute.
He's a good boy. So I think we'll end it there. We love you guys so much. We hope you're having a good holiday season. If you want to watch the next episode, you can look at our Patreon and the links below if you're watching on YouTube. And you can see a whole library of fun videos. We love you guys so much. Please thumbs up the video. That helps the algorithm on YouTube. And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye. Get our merchandise.
That's right.